Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Tonight we're doing a little Kerbal space program, and this is the first stream that I plan on putting to YouTube. So hello, potential YouTube viewers. If you like watching people play video games, you should come watch me play video games sometimes. Anyway, today we're starting a brand new game. See, no saves. So we're going to start a new game. Just going to call it stream. And we are going to put it on hard mode. So that, no quick loading, no reverting flights, missing crews do not respawn, blah blah blah, all that stuff is turned off. All the rewards and stuff are turned down, penalties are turned up. So, making an already pretty tough game just a little bit tougher. Let's give it a go. Hello, Pangolin. Welcome to the stream. Have you ever played Kerbals or watched anyone play it? All right, so we are here. Gene Kerman is greeting us. Let's see what we've got. Yep, he just gives us the tutorials. So I have actually started many careers in Kerbal Space Program. So we're just going to go ahead and get started by gathering some scientific data. We're going to take that mission, and we're going to launch our first vessel. We can only take two, so we're going to take the two easy ones. And we're going to go ahead and build a little rudimentary rocket. And here's Werner von Kerman. He's going to teach us how to build rockets, but I already know how to build rockets. So we're going to start with something real easy. We're going to call this Excelsior 1. It's not really going to go very far, but let's see what we have access to. Basically nothing, so we'll stick a couple of these guys on the sides. Get a little bit of extra science. Yeah, Emmykins tends to crash the rockets when she plays, so she's not allowed to play anymore. Let's see. Turn off the monopropellant. I don't think we want to launch it quite yet. We don't want to actually shoot it into space quite yet, I mean. So, yeah. We don't even have an antenna yet. So, let's go ahead and launch. I think we just have Jeb loaded up in the capsule. We're just going to run some quick ground tests. So here we are on the launch pad. As you can see, there's the bunker that the Kerbals hide in to make sure they don't get blowed up. Alright, so we're just going to do the mystery goo. We're going to do both of these. Yep. We're going to take a crew report. Yep, looks good. Alright, Jeb, I'm going to have you get out now and check out the launch pad. How's it looking down there? Gonna do an EVA report. Alright. Yeah, this is the kind of game, you know, I try to get my friends into it and they're like, I don't know, it looks a little tough and not really for me. Which is understandable. It's kind of it's one of those sandbox type games. You have to make your own fun. Alright, so we'll recover the vessel and we're gonna get some science so we can unlock some new parts. Alright, so we got 0.9, 1.4, 1.8, 0.4, so 4.6 total on top of the extra we got from the parts. So now we want to unlock the stuff we actually need to start building decent rockets. So we're going to need the decoupler for sure, the thermometer, and I guess we'll grab the communitron, although I don't really need it yet. And that did complete our first one, so now we're going to try to escape the atmosphere. The Kerbals are really cute. I think that definitely helped sell the game. I think if it was just people walking around, it wouldn't be nearly as entertaining. Plus, it kind of makes, like, you can make smaller rockets and smaller planets because the Kerbals are smaller than people. Okay, so we're gonna slap a engine on here. We're gonna add a thermometer so we can check the temperatures. And then this is very important. Not this one. This part here. Okay, you see this? See this thrust to weight ratio, 6.53? That's gonna make the Kerbal go splat. So, not actually. I think they're pretty robust, but that's way too much force. So we're gonna turn down the thrust limiter and get that down to about 1.2. Alright, so maybe right there. Right, yeah, that's probably good. Alright, let me get these quests. Or maybe not. Get these cleared out. Okay, so now we're gonna save that. We haven't quite perfected the Excelsior one, so we'll keep rolling with that. Alright, so we're gonna do a quick pre-check. We launch, we disconnect, then we pop the parachute. Easy peasy. And let's, loading. Alright, we're gonna put on the assist, although that's not gonna do a whole lot for us. And, ready, Jeb? He looks ready. Alright, let's go. Alright, just a nice slow ascent here. We're not trying to, blow anything up right just yet. Maybe later. Alright, let's start making our way over to the ocean here. So yeah, the thrust limiter trick is very helpful with the solid rocket boosters, especially when you have a very light craft, so you don't need the full, bullet force. Yeah, I've been playing off and on for a couple of years, so I kind of have a pretty good handle on how to actually build the rockets and fly them. But yeah, when you're just starting, all bets are off. Oh, okay, so we're out of fuel, so we're just gonna let Jebediah flop around a little bit. We may want to actually increase the thrust, because that didn't get us very high up, did it? Alright, we'll do some science up here. Okay. He's going to do a little flip, and then we'll pop the parachute when he straightens out. Whee! Look at him go. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely fun to watch stuff explode. That's, I think, one of the selling points of the game. But when I'm playing career mode, I prefer to keep the explosions to a minimum, because then you end up with dead Kerbals, and you end up spending a bunch of money for no return. I'll save the explosions for sandbox. So Jeb's coming in for the landing on the beach here. I bet he had a good time. Oh, now we have to wait. Can we do any more? I guess we'll wait till we land for that. We can actually increase the... Okay, there is the... Whoa, okay. Yeah. I know. Can mess with physics. And we're coming in. Alright, and we're about to land. Poof. Okay, Jeb, I need you to hop out real quick. And, grab that. How does it feel to be the first Kerbal to go kinda high up? Alright, we'll board it up. Do a little bit more science. Alright. We will get some shores. And we'll look at the temperature. Just the right temperature to go for a swim. Maybe later. Right now there's more science to do. Alright, so that should unlock a few more bits and bobs for us. Yeah, 23 science now. Oh, crap. Okay, so now we've unlocked the actual missions, but we're going to ignore those for now, because we're going to buy basic rocketry, which we can afford. We can't afford general rocketry. We can't afford the radial decouplers. I guess our best bet is probably to get the barometer for extra science and buy that. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have anything else we want. So we will leave the facility. And now we're gonna do our first liquid rocket here. So step one, we're gonna move the thermometer down here. We're gonna add the barometer on the other side. And then we're gonna add some liquid fuel tanks. That's not what I wanted to do. What the heck do I copy? There we go. Alt click. Throw a liquid fuel engine on there. Alright. Oh yeah, we can do better than that. So it's starting to look rocket shaped now. It's got the flamey bits at the back. It's got the shafty part in the middle, and it's got a little pointy part at the top. So I think that's how rockets work. Okay, we don't want to go over our mass limit, so we'll avoid that. I think we can do a couple more. One more. One more, two more. Trying to get, okay, that's good. Okay, get that out of the way. This should get us pretty high up, actually. So let's see how high up we can go. Did I miss anything? Don't, yeah, we better slap some fins on there just in case. Triple wing design here. We should change the bottom one. Ooh, I kind of like that. We'll just do black. Maybe? I don't know. I like to make the bottom one slightly different. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, Jeb. You're going back up, buddy. Just make sure everything looks good. Yep. Here we go. Try not to blow anybody up. Okay, so put on the SAS. We'll ramp up to max throttle. You ready, buddy? Yeah, he's ready. He's always ready. Let's go. So I'm gonna watch my thrust to weight ratio. We don't want to go above 2. So I'm gonna slowly throttle back as we go a little higher and faster. I'm going to turn a little bit to the east. Look at that. It's going straight up and down. That's how rockets should work, right? Now ideally I would have, you know, some side boosters to drop off, but we're not there yet. Alright, we've broken the world speed record. That's cool. What, are we just breaking all the records here? Altitude record. Okay. So we should be entering the upper atmosphere here shortly. I think it's above like 20,000. Quite there yet. We should probably turn over a little bit. or we're gonna run into some problems. The main problem being we'll come in a little bit too hot. Okay, upper atmosphere reached. We're gonna get the mystery goo observed. We're gonna log the temperature. We're gonna log pressure. And we're gonna log cruise. Oh, no, we already did that, okay. Alright, so we're approaching space. You can see the stars have appeared. And now we'll just cruise up to our maximum altitude and see how high that is. Judging by our trajectory here, we should be getting into low, not low orbit, but low space. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we're still on a pretty good trajectory here. Oh yeah, that's, ooh, that might be a little bit too high actually. Oh well. There's the music letting us know we've reached space. Yep, broken the altitude record, we escaped the atmosphere. Unfortunately, we did all the science, so I guess we can do a goo sample. Alright. So, while we're hanging out in space, anybody see any good movies lately? Play any good games? Anything cool come out that I might have missed? I heard the Guardians of the Galaxy game was pretty good, which is nice. So we're going to turn a little bit here, and we're gonna pop the tip of the rocket there. And then we're just gonna gently float through space for the next, I don't know, probably way too long. Let's speed it up. Well, we got up to the upper atmosphere, or the upper far space, I guess, high space. We're coming in on the night side. Watch out, guys. Alright, here we come. Let's point our butt down. And we're good to go. Here we come. Coming in hot. Not that hot. It's not like we're coming in from Duna or something, or even Minmus. I usually don't bother putting heat shields on things until, I guess, the Mun is probably a good time to do that. Uh-oh. So we're getting a little toasty. Oh, okay, that's our booster breaking up. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay. Things got a little toasty there, but I think we're gonna be alright. What exploded? The thermometer? Well, okay, this is what you people wanted. Okay, we're good. We just lost the thermometer, that's fine. We'll put the heat shield on next time, just to be safe. Alright, here we go. Okay. Pop. Jeb likes a little extra crispy re-entry. He's fine. The thermometer is not, unfortunately, so that's some science wasted. I'll have to keep an eye on my, oh, I guess I can't until I unlock the upgraded tracking station, which is really expensive. It's usually the last thing I upgrade. Well, except I don't usually do the spaceplane hangar, or the runway, or the mission control? No, the other one. The admin center. I don't usually upgrade those. Or the astronaut complex. Until I really need to start staffing the space stations and stuff. But usually you can just rescue Kerbals from orbit, so you don't really need to. Yeah, I know. Okay, here we go. Coming in. Not hot this time. Alright, let's touch down. And we're good. Jeb, how you feeling, buddy? Why don't you hop out and Give us a testimonial. He's okay. Alright, let's do an EVA report. Take the data. Take the data and hop on board. And we'll get the barometer data and a crew report. Alright, and now we recover. Hopefully the loss of a thermometer doesn't set us back too much, but you never know. Yay, success, that's right. We did it. The ship just got a little toasty. Nothing we can't handle. Okay, is there anything here worth taking? Not really. These are all kind of trash missions. Okay, but we have enough science. We can start doing something a little more useful. The radial decoupler could be nice. Yeah, we'll grab that. And how much for the... Yeah, it's 300,000 for the tracking station. We have 148,000. So yeah, I don't usually upgrade this one, or this one, or this one. So I guess this whole half over here. My main ones are going to be this, obviously, the launch pad, research when I hit the cap, and then the tracking station and mission control is useful mainly for patched conics, which is when you can actually see where your orbit's going to go. Until then, you're just kind of eyeballing it. And I can go to the Mun eyeballing it. It's kind of a hassle, but I usually have to do it in these hard games because I just don't get enough money. So I think for this, what is our best bet? What has the best vacuum thrust? Hang on. I gotta read these. Okay. So this has ISP 310 in a vacuum. This has 320 in a vacuum. So we actually want this one for vacuum spaceflight. And that's probably pretty good. Hang on, let me check the vacuum performance. So that's about 1,000 delta V with just that. So we just need another, what, 2,500-ish on the bottom to get there. Oh, and I said I was going to add some bumpers so I don't get a gutter ball. We need this one. And we'll just take all but like 20 ablator out. Okay. So top part is good. Now we just need something for the bottom. We're gonna grab the Reliant. So that's only 2,600. So we need to squeeze a little more delta V out of this thing. So I guess. Oh wait, did we get a better fuel tank? We did. Okay, good. So let's actually swap these out. So this is worth 2 tanks. So upper stage here. And we'll just swap all these out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think we can do another one. How are we doing on delta V? Alright, another one. Get DJ Khaled in here. No, not another one, that's good. So we're going to swap all these out to white. And that should be good. Unfortunately, that's not quite enough delta V. It's barely enough taking into account, so we might need to add an extra one actually. So in general, you need about 3,400 delta V to get into orbit, like just a regular low Kerbal orbit. And right now we have 2,300 to get us off the ground, and then ideally we're close to space at that point. So we have another 1,000 to play with. So theoretically, this could get us in orbit. I'm debating whether to swap some of the fuel up top. That might actually be a good idea. Because realistically, we only need enough to get us most of the way there. But I also have to keep in mind the thrust to weight ratio. So it's tough. It's a balancing act, you know? It's rocket science. So I think we can probably try this out. 1.37 is a little lower than I would like, but it's not impossible to work with. Obviously, it just has to be above 1. But if you go too close to 1, you know, you're spending a lot of fuel in the lower atmosphere, which ends up burning off all your fuel before you really get going. Okay, I think we'll call that good. I think we'll send Val out for this one. So, Jeb, get out. Val, you're in. Save it up. And double, triple check here. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. So, destination orbit. Let's go. That's what we're looking for here. Alright, put on the SAS. Everybody's ready, Val? You good to go? Yeah, she's as enthusiastic as Jeb, but she's a little more, reserved about it. So here we go. Now, the difference between these two engines that I'm using, this one doesn't have gimbaling, so it's just going to push us straight up. So we're relying on the capsule to kind of point us in the right direction using the reaction wheels. And I think that'll work out pretty well. As long as you're not doing anything too crazy, you can usually get away with not having fins or anything. Speaking of fins, is anybody excited about the new Ghostbusters movie? It's got a, Finn Wolfcastle or Finn whatever. Finn McCool name. I don't know that I'm going to go see it. I'll have to see what my schedule looks like. I don't even think I've seen the first Ghostbusters all the way through, honestly. So I should probably take away my nerd card. You're going to go see it, Pangolin? You like the way it looks? One of my coworkers was talking about how cool it looked, so I don't know. Maybe it could be good. We're not turning very fast. This isn't great. But we should be switching over to our upper stage here shortly. So hopefully that works out. Come on, turn, turn, turn. Alright. Perfect. And there we go. That'll get us up a little bit. Get us away from that. Let's check mission control here. Okay, so we need to make this go straighter. So let's see what we can do there. And unfortunately we can't. Oh, okay. We do get to see our apoapsis. That's good. That's useful information. I probably should have been watching that. They incorporated the sidearm from the car. Oh, okay. So you watched the real Ghostbusters, huh? I only ever saw the toys. I don't think I was around for when they were new, though. I think my friends might have had them. But yeah, it's cool that they're, putting all that stuff in there for the people who grew up with it. A little fan service. I don't think we're going to get into orbit with this, although, yeah, because we need to get up to 3,400 meters per second, and we've only got 1,200 to work with here. We may have spent a little too much going up and not enough going sideways. Yeah. I went to the theater to see Dune, and that was about it. Oh no, there was something else I went to go see. What did I go see? I remember I had to wear a mask. Emmykins will remember for me if she ever gets back. But yeah, the theater's, it's like a smaller theater, so there's not usually a lot of people there anyway. So I'm not too worried about it. But do they have it on a streaming service? Like HBO or whatever the heck? Now let me ask you this. Did you watch the Ghostbusters show? Not the real Ghostbusters, the one with the gorilla. Because I heard that one was pretty cool. A Beautiful Day. Oh, the Mr. Rogers movie. Nice. Yeah. Oh, are we gonna maybe get it here? I doubt it, but we're gonna get pretty darn close to having an orbit. 206 meters per second to spare. Yeah, I think we need another. We need a little bit more, so we're not gonna get it. But that's okay. We'll get it on the next one. We can get some pretty good science while we're up here. Yeah, we'll get the space near Kerbal. Get the pressure data. We'll get the thermometer stuff. Get a little mystery goo. Okay. I don't remember a gorilla. It's not the actual. It's like the old live action Ghostbusters TV show. There was like a whole. That's why they had to call it the real Ghostbusters. I have not seen A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I sadly did not really get to grow up with Mr. Rogers, so I don't think I have the connection that a lot of people do. Alright, I think we can start burning a little bit. We'll see how close we got. Not as close as I would have liked, but pretty darn close. I think we can pull it off with a little bit better maneuvering. Oh, it's yeah, it's not related to like the Ghostbusters that you're familiar with. It's like a weird old like 70s show, or maybe in the 60s. Alright, so we did not make it to orbit, but we got pretty darn close. And now Valentina can just through a little bit. She got to have a little more bit of a smoother ride than Jeb did. We'll give it that. She's not going to be getting crispy on the way back. So we'll just speed up time here and come in for a little bit of a landing. Okay, let's point that butt down and do that. So, sell me on Ori and the Blind Forest. It looks like a mashup of Metroid and Celeste. Does that sound about right? Because I haven't played a lot of those kind of games, actually. What have I played? I haven't played Metroid. I haven't played Castlevania. I guess I play Spelunky. Haven't watched Celeste. Okay, Celeste is like you have to like do wall jumps and jump over spikes and stuff, and you're like going through levels. Compared to Hollow Knight. Okay, all right. Isn't Hollow Knight has a lot more combat though, doesn't it? Because it's kind of like a one of those like real hard games. Does Ori have a lot of combat? I didn't really see any when I watched Lupus playing. It looked like a lot more precision platformer. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Celeste, I guess, yeah, is also a precision platformer. The second one is... I mean, that makes sense. Spelunky 2 is a lot harder than Spelunky 1. So, I would hope they'd step up the difficulty for a sequel. You don't want to play the same game over and over and over again, and it never gets harder. And, I guess some people do. They play Call of Duty every year, but Alright, now Emmykins should be back now, so she's going to tell us what movie we saw before we went to go see Dune. She'll respond any minute now. Don't worry, guys. Your curiosity will be sated. Emmykins went to go see the new Halloween movie. I know that much. Twice, for some reason, even though it was terrible. Her words, not mine. Both Metroid. Ori definitely took some inspiration from Hollow Knight. Okay, that's cool. It certainly looks nice. I don't play a lot of precision. Obviously Spelunky, but that's a whole separate issue. Yeah, I don't play a lot of the action-y games these days. I like to think about what I'm doing and plan out my moves. There's just not a lot of room for that, I found, in more action-y type games. So that's why you see me playing stuff like RimWorld and this and Stellaris. Kind of interested in doing some more Crusader King stuff, or maybe Europa Universalis, but I don't really have any ideas for what would be a fun stream. I guess if chat. Oh, Shang-Chi, that's right, we went to go see Shang-Chi. That was the movie. Pacifism run, huh? That could be fun. So what other games could I play? Oh right, Europa Universalis would be fun if I had more people in chat that could kind of, I don't know, guide the decisions I make or pick which country I play as. I've tried all kinds of different country playthroughs over the years. Do we have a crew report? We do, okay. Alright, Valentina, hop out. Get the science. Take the data. Take the data. Alright, how is it out here? Looking good, alright. Take data. And climb. So I liked Dune. Emmykins, I don't know. Take it or leave it. According to her, Halloween Kills was fun in the same way that The Room is fun. Like, so bad it's good. Personally, from what she's said about it, it sounds like it's so bad it's terrible. But, you know, I don't watch a lot of movies in general. So take my opinion on movies with a grain of salt. Including for Dune. I like the lore and the world building of Dune. That's sort of my thing. Like, the story is, you know, whatever. It's cool, but it's whatever. Let's see, anything good yet? No. Alright. I can't afford any more science stuff. Cool. So I guess it's just a matter of perfecting. You like So Bad They're Good movies? Oh, boy. Have you seen The Ginger Dead Man? With Gary Busey as the Ginger Dead Man? Because that is a movie that exists for some reason. Can we squeeze a little bit extra fuel in here? I think we can pull that off. We just need to turn a little bit higher, or a little bit faster. Probably need to start tipping over early on. Anything else we can squeeze? Yeah, that's probably fine. Alright, Jeb. You're up. Let's go again. The Ginger Dead Man needs to be in my library. Oh no. That was the first movie that I got introduced to as so bad it's good. And it definitely lived up to that. I mean, it's basically a slasher movie, except the slasher is a gingerbread man. So it's kind of like Chucky, I guess. There's like a sentient small creature that goes around stabbing people. That is, and I don't want to spoil it, but it's basically the plot of Chucky, but with the gingerbread man. What other movies did we watch? I mean, anything on Red Letter Media, if you watch Best of the Worst. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Here's my problem with Halloween Kills, and honestly Halloween 2018, is they threw out everything from the movies in between to try to make it more coherent, but then they just fell right back into the, like, stupid nonsense stuff. Okay. if I mean, it's probably one of the better, like, bad movies. Like, it's coherent, the acting is acceptable, the plot makes sense from, like, a slasher movie perspective. So I guess I shouldn't say it's, like, terrible, but, you know, haven't enjoyed the new, yeah. I saw the one that came out in 2018, 2016, whatever. And I'm like, this isn't great, but it's better than the, like, some of the later old Halloween movies. But, I don't know. I was like, you know, but that's not a high bar. Alright, let's get this thing up to speed here. Oh, okay. Turn that off. We need to... a little bit of maneuvering here. Start burning horizontally. Alright. Third injured female crawling away while he watches. What is that, like the second half of the first movie? That almost sounds more like Friday the 13th. Which is another movie that's probably going to have a reboot shortly. Alright. Speaking of reboots, The Lost Boys. How about that? Dune was good. I never read the book, though. Okay, Emmykin says it was good. It was the first... It was... Okay. Yeah. I mean, compared to, like, Halloween 6, it's, like, a masterpiece, but, that's, again, not saying a whole lot. Lost Boys reboot. No thanks. What, you didn't like the sequels either, did you? You know, I like the Lost Boys fine. I like the shirtless sax guy scene. I think that's great. Comedy gold. It'd be totally awesome. I don't even know who's doing it. Like, I don't know how they could pull it off in, like, a modern context. I feel like The Lost Boys is a movie that belongs in the 80s, both being released and, like, setting wise. Like, because if there was a town that was like that in modern times, you know, there'd be a website about it, and you just go on the website and be like, oh, this conspiracy website, it says there's vampires. Whereas in the movie, it's like, you know, you go there and you got to talk to the locals, and they're like, well, you know, I don't know anything, but here's this comic book. Nobody reads comic books anymore. It's 2020. It's 2021 even. Alright, looks like we're going to get into orbit with plenty of juice to spare here. Way to go, Jeb. Valentina paved the way, and you brought it that last yard home. Alright, come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how the Lost Boys reboot goes. I don't know. They're gonna have to do something with it. I feel like vampires are kind of played out at this point. Maybe, I don't know, it's been a while since Twilight, but I don't know. What's the most recent vampire movie they did that was acceptable? It doesn't even have to be good, just acceptable. Oh, you read comic books? Oh, that's cool. What do you read? Space Center. I'm really curious because I don't talk to a lot of people who actually read comic books. Alright, let's explore Kerbal and take that one to come back. Didn't hate the vampires in Twilight. I mean, yeah, that's fair. There's been definitely been a little bit of a, I think there was an overcorrection on the hatred there. Like oh, it sucks because it's for teen girls and Twitlight. Yes, that is correct. Or as some might call it, Twinklight. But probably not too many people. Alright, I don't think we want any of these missions, so we'll just... Okay, yep. Oh, I guess I haven't been in here yet. Let's... Why can I not see you? Okay. I guess we just can't see it for whatever reason. That's fine. So, yeah. Oh, I guess there was, I liked What We Do in the Shadows. That was fun. That had vampires in it. But I like comedies, so a funny vampire movie is probably more my speed. Morbius, I guess, is shaping up to be kind of a vampire movie. Sandman, Batman, X-Men. Alright. Are you looking forward to X-Men in the MCU or no? Or if you even care? A lot of crawling injured girls in H2O and Resurrection. Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't think you've made me watch those, so I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't know. Shorter run comics. Yeah, I think there's a lot more creativity in that space. I think that's probably the case with just about any medium. Is like a shorter TV series that tells a story, it gets in and gets out, is better than one that goes on for however many seasons and just kind of runs out of steam. Not gonna name any names, but you know, they're out there. So we're just gonna burn retrograde here and bring it on home. Come on, let's go. That's probably... Go to the island. That's probably good enough. Look at that, we had a whole 140. I have to take each X-Men movie as it comes. Morbius is high on your list. Okay, well that's cool. Yeah, I have my issue with the X-Men is I don't know, just sort of the eclectic nature of all their powers. There's not really a cohesive, I don't know, it's not a unifying force between all their powers. It's just like, this guy can shoot laser beams out of his eyes, and this guy can talk to bugs. Like, whatever. It's just some random nonsense. Kind of an excuse to just let people go wild with powers and not have to explain them, I guess. The new Spider-Man. Oh yeah, that looks good. I enjoyed the last two Spider-Man movies, and I enjoyed him in the MCU, so we'll see how that goes. As always, my concern is that opening up the multiverse also kind of dilutes the MCU a little bit. Like, it was great as a self-contained thing, and you know, there's no real connection to the comics, but the more they push into that space, the more I get a little concerned. And I guess, you know, What If kind of tackled that a little bit, and it wasn't terrible. But, I don't know, I just don't want to see a bunch of nostalgia bait for old movies and stuff, and things should be good on their own, you know. All right, we're coming in for a landing here. Jeb is ready to go. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at those dials. Look at them go. Jeb knows how to fly a spaceship. He's an expert. All right, we have food. We have not food. Good, good. We have science. More science. Board games. Good. They brought snacks. Laundry, toothbrushes. I guess my main hesitation is that there have been some bad superhero movies, and making them canon within the MCU would kind of bum me out. Like I didn't go see the X-Men movies. I've heard there were some good ones, but I didn't really care. So if they're going to be like, oh, the X-Men are in the MCU, do you remember all those X-Men movies? And I'm going to be like, no, I didn't see them. So, you know, forcing me to have seen stuff from outside. Flashpoint. Oh, wasn't the New 52 like 10 years ago? I remember that. They made like a big thing about it. They're like, oh, you know, we're going to reboot all comics. And then they just kind of reintroduced everything that supposedly got rebooted. Yeah, I like the Avengers movies too. This is great of talking about stuff. It's better than not talking about stuff, that's for sure. Alright. So if I did my math correctly, we should be landing somewhere over here. But I might have done it slightly incorrectly and we'll land somewhere over here. Yeah, we're slowing down. Good. It was 10 years ago. Yeah, right? That's what I've heard from other people who like comics. It's like, you know, the New 52 is an interesting idea. It could have really, like, reinvigorated comics lore. But then they're just like, so what's canon now? And they're like, yeah, whatever you want, I guess. You know, whatever. Do you watch any of the like the DC live action shows? Like shoot, I don't even know what they have these days. Supergirl, Green Arrow, Flash. I haven't seen any of those. The only live-action superhero movies I've seen have been the ones on Disney Plus. So I didn't even watch like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Jessica Jones or any of those guys. Which I've heard were some good, some bad. Oh, you watched Smallville. When did you stop watching Smallville is the question, because I had to stop around season 5 because it just got so, I don't know, CW-y? Alright, so Flash and Arrow, Jessica Jones and Daredevil. Cool. Smallville just, I don't know. It's like, that new Archie show, Riverdale. That's just what it makes me think of whenever I see something talking about Riverdale. I'm like, oh, they already did this in Smallville, except instead of Archie and Superman. You watched the whole thing? Okay. So you only watched it because your husband. You didn't stick around voluntarily. That's fair. Let's get some mystery goo. Oh no, the goo escaped into the water. Come back, goo. There, we'll get all the data here. You know, to be fair to Smallville, I really enjoyed Danny Glover's performance. Not Danny Glover. John Glover. Danny Glover's someone else. Not to be confused with Donald Glover, who is also somebody else. Or Crispin Glover, who is another person, and none of them are related from what I understand. Very confusing. It's the Glover extended universe. You say CW like it's a bad thing, because it is a bad thing. What did you enjoyed the Vampire Diaries? Yeah, the first few seasons. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean by CWE. Like, it's good, and then it stops being good, but they keep going anyway. Anyway, anyone who's watched Riverdale should know. Complaining of profanity and ripping on my part. Oh, because you were watching it and you were like, this is so stupid. I can't believe you're enjoying this. Like that. Because, okay. It's Mun time. Here we go. Clark was a major hypocrite. He did Lex dirty too often. You know, Lex was only the antagonist because he's the antagonist in the comics. I feel like with his characterization, he could have been a normal dude who was friends with Clark. And, you know, they are friends. That's kind of the whole impetus of the story, but I don't know. They definitely went in a weird direction with it. Alright, now we have a problem. We need more Delta V. And in order to do that, we're going to need to upgrade the launch pad. So, yeah. I think the season I dropped out, if it was season 5, it was whenever they put Lex in the insane asylum and made him forget that Clark had superpowers with the electroshock therapy, and I'm like, alright, I'm out. No, I don't want a new one. Hang on. I want the Excelsior 1, and then we're going to create an Excelsior 2 with improved handling. Alright, let's slap some radial decouplers on this bad boy. Okay. Oh, we had a bunch of science. Let's go unlock some stuff before I start messing around. Yeah, exactly. Clark was the reason Lex went bad, because he was always causing problems. I mean, obviously, you know, you have, like, Lionel to blame, but it's not his fault. Alright. So we want the Terrier, for sure. Do we need any of this other crap? Yes, we want this one. Okay. So we're gonna redesign this a little bit. Or a lot of it, actually. Yeah. I don't know, there was too much. At some point I just had to be like, nope, this is getting too weird even for me. Even for superhero stuff, this is getting too weird. So I was just like, I'm gonna go watch something else. I've got, you know, 20 other shows I could be watching. I'm not gonna sit around for this one. He's never gonna do anything interesting. They're just rehashing the same storylines. Yeah. Like, I was pushing through because I'm like, oh, I want to see how this ends. And then I got to that and I'm like, this isn't worth it. And then I never watched another show ever again. I want the swivel here. And we'll do some side boosters. So we're going to need a lot of juice to get this bad boy into orbit and to the Mun. So let's give it all the juice we can muster. Keeping in mind we got to keep it below 30 parts. Alright, looking good so far. Slap a wing cone on there. Beautiful. You have a high tolerance for dumb plot devices. I wish I had that. Well, I guess not necessarily, but it certainly opened up my options for watching things. Okay, how far can this get? This could theoretically get us to the Mun. The old Adam West Batman, because it was ridiculous and they all knew they were making something. Yeah, it's campy, right? They're like, okay, this is silly. Let's have fun with it. But then, you know, some people see that and they're like, no, Batman should be dark and serious and, like, kill people. Like Zack Snyder. Because, I don't know, he read one Batman comic where Batman had gone bad. And then he's like, this is how all superhero comics should be. So, I don't know. It's a lot of, yeah, intentional camp, exactly. Like, did you like Batman and Robin, the movie, with like Mr. Freeze and all that? Because I feel like that's a pretty decent example of like campy Batman nonsense. All right, so we want to burn here. We drop that. Right. Batman can be both, but I don't know. I think making him intentionally like dark and brooding is kind of, I don't know, it's not fun. I'm trying to think of a good example, but my Batman and Robin was hard for you? Okay. That's fair. It does seem, I don't know, from what I've seen of it, that there's a lot of nonsense on top of the camp. Like somebody didn't understand the source material, or it's like, this is what Batman is, right? He has a Bat credit card and ice skates on his Bat boots. Bat ice skates specifically. Okay, so this will get us into orbit. Can we cross? I don't think we can. Okay, so we can't do fuel across the decouplers. So we boost, we get into orbit, we drop these partway up. Then we continue on this, which should have enough thrust to get us there, yeah? Okay. How many more parts can we do? We can do 2 more parts, so let's add a little bit of extra juice to the top here. A little extra juice never hurt anybody. Okay. Now this is a rocket ship. So how much delta V does that give us once we get it? Oh yeah, we're fine. We're good. Frank Miller's take on Batman. Is that... that's not year 1. That's The Dark Knight Returns? I'm trying to think. You can just tell me in the comments. It's fine. Oh, Emmykins, tell Pangolin about your favorite villain, and then I'll tell you guys about mine. We'll see who has the better one. Alright, we better send Val. Oh wait, actually, Jeb's got a star. We should send him. Freshly showered and with wine. Okay, good deal. Dark Knight Returns. That's the one. Okay. So we are gonna get this into space today. Let's... Nope, that should be on the bottom. And this should fire at the same time as that. Yep, that's what we want. Scarecrow is a pretty awesome villain. Okay, yeah, but what about Calendar Man? Here are my reasons Calendar Man is awesome. He does things on specific dates, which is pretty cool. And his name is Gregory Julian Day. That's cool. I don't actually know that much about Calendar Man, honestly. I'll just assume he's like the best Batman villain, and we'll leave it at that. I can't think of any other like good Batman villains. Let's see. The Riddler. He's pretty cool, right? over-engineered this thing to go to the Mun. I'm gonna be honest. This is a little bit beefy, but you know, it's fine. Penguin, did you go see The Suicide Squad? If you're a fan of Batman-y related stuff. I know a lot of those were Batman villains. You haven't seen Calendar Man in ages. He was apparently in the Suicide Squad, from what I've heard. Not as a member, but like in there. And also, while you're thinking about that, how does the new The Batman trailer look? Is that something you're interested in as well? Alright, here we go. We're getting into orbit today. This is good. Hey, listen. If you're drinking wine while listening to me talk, that's a risk you have assumed yourself. You never know when I'm going to say something really important. Or true. Oh yeah, look at that. Looking good. Loved the movies. The ones who didn't read the comics hated the movies. Oh, the Suicide Squad movies? Okay, I saw the first one and was like, this is dumb. I don't care about these people. And then apparently the new one was better, but at that point I was like totally checked out from the DC movies, so I haven't seen one since. I guess Suicide Squad. And I guess I did watch Batman v Superman as like a challenge. Me and Emmykins watched it. In exchange for watching the Star Wars prequels, I said that we would watch Batman v Superman. And I lost. Because then I had to watch all of those movies. And they were all really bad. So, yeah, not doing that again. So I haven't seen anything since Suicide Squad came out. I didn't see Aquaman, I didn't see Shazam, I didn't see Wonder Woman, I didn't see Justice League, I didn't see Zack Snyder's Justice League, I didn't see Birds of Prey. I didn't see Wonder Woman 1984, I didn't see anything else. Oh yeah, we gotta probably burn here. I can't be watching chat constantly. Okay, Emmykin says she enjoyed Birds of Prey. I did not see it. I heard there was a delicious breakfast sandwich. That's all that I know about it. Alright. Here we go. Let's go. Oh yeah, we're good to go here. They're disappointed in Wonder Woman 1984. That's what I've heard from other people and like reviews. It's like, hey, we made a good movie and then we followed it up with this garbage. Where are we going up? We're going down, okay. Oh wait, am I going there? I'm going the wrong way. I want to be going this way. Do a little hula hoop action. That's not what I want either. Crap. I need to be pushing out. Or, yeah, something like that. Oh, there we go. I didn't have the throttle up, did I? Am I still not? Am I still losing altitude here? No, I'm not. Okay, we're good then. They combine multiple villains from the comics to create the one in the movie. From Birds of Prey? nerdy, awkward girl become instantly hot. Oh, is that? Oh, 1980 Wonder Woman 1984 with the Chitara or whatever. All right, we got like we're gonna have 2,500 Delta V here. We had daiquiris during Batman v Superman and the Star Wars prequel. Yeah, but they wore off after the first hour, and there was still like 4 hours left to go. There's no amount of daiquiri that could make those movies acceptable. Okay, so we need to get into a better orbit here. And unfortunately, I don't know when that's going to be doable. I guess I could just wait till I'm a little closer to my apoapsis. We gotta watch our electric charge too. We can't be burning through that. There should have been more daiquiris. Yeah, I still don't think it would have helped, but maybe it would have. I don't know. Let's speed it up. So we're gonna get out to about 78,000, and then we'll do a prograde burn, widen our orbit, and then we'll head for the Mun. We're at 77. You didn't see the Snyder cut yet. Okay. I've heard it's better than the Justice League, but still not great. Which I haven't seen either of them, so I can't speak on either way. Because, like I said, I stopped watching the movies after Suicide Squad. Okay, so we're heading for the Mun. We're doing it blind. We have no patched conics. We're just gonna go straight at it, and we'll see how that goes. So let me do some quick math here. I have my special bedazzled calculator here. All right, so we have 2,678, and we need to burn about 860 of that, so we'll have about 1,800 Delta V left. Okay. So here we go. I thought watching those movies was going to be like a fun, bad movie night, but it just turned into a miserable slug. That's all I remember. And I was like, we were like the halfway point of Batman v Superman. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to break the contract. And then she made me keep going. Is this considered bedazzled? Yeah, apparently it is, in fact, a bedazzled calculator. Because for some reason, that's the only calculator that's not one that I used from school that I have nearby. Okay, so we want to wait for the Mun to come right around here, and then as soon as we see it, we want to burn until we have about 1,800 meters per second left. So, oh, okay, there it is. All right, it's coming up. So, 3, 2, 1, go. So once that hits 88 miles per hour, we're gonna see some serious shit. So in a normal attempt at this, I would be able to see when my orbital path intersects with the Mun, and it would kind of give me some more stats, but like I said, I'm doing it blind. Yeah, you do get to pick the bad movies, and then I just don't watch them. Remember Elves? Remember Trick or Treat? Remember, oh, what was the Chooper? That you just had to have, even though nobody's ever going to want to watch that. And we're good. Okay. So this should get us about where we need to go. Okay. So what do I need to do? Fly by the mun. Okay, that's all we gotta do. We don't have to get into orbit or anything. Oh, Hack-O-Lantern. Yeah, that's the one. I don't want to watch that movie. It looks terrible. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna boost. We're gonna boost a lot, actually, here. Should make sure there are... Okay, no debris. So we're gonna actually lose connection to the Space Center, but that's okay because we have a pilot on board, so it's fine. I don't know Hack-O-Lantern. I'm going to look it up now. Okay, yeah, look it up. Everybody get your ha-has and it's funnies out, cause... Wait, which one is Hack-O-Lantern? Is that the one with the Devil's Son? I always mix that up with Trick or Treat, which I think is the one with Sammy Kerr. Ugh. I guess that one looks okay. At least it's short, right? Not like super short, but like, you know, compared to like a modern movie, it's relatively short. Okay, so we should be intersecting the mun here at some point. There we go. Okay, we did it. Look at that. So we have completed the contract. Let's get some science while we're out here. Alright, so we'll get the goo, we'll get the pressure, we'll get some extra goo, we'll get the temperature. Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there's no matter around to be either hot or cold, except the spacecraft and the thermometer itself. It's true. It looks terrible. Oh boy. Well, if you like terrible Halloween movies, then lucky you. I don't. What was the other really bad one? I mean, I can't really narrow that down. There's so many bad movies out there. Man, all of them are getting a Blu-ray release by Vinegar Syndrome. Because apparently there's a market for this stuff out there. Okay. We need to do a little bit of course correction here. So narrow that down a little bit, huh? The cult leader grandpa is hands down the best character. Wasn't it directed by a guy who couldn't speak or understand English? How does that even work? Like, at that point, I could make a movie. Now that that's done, we just gotta cruise on back. I guess while we're here, we should check the Space Center. That just makes it better. Yeah, I guess. Tracking this thing down. Emmykins, where did you get it? Did you buy it, or is it on streaming? Explore the mun, orbit the mun, gather scientific data, return from orbit. Okay, that's gonna be our next thing. Ant, splash down. I think we could probably haul something. Ooh, that's a little... we could probably pull that off, actually. We'll send Jeb out on that one. Or Val, I guess, is the one who's here. You got it for Christmas on Blu-ray. Oh, jeez. What a waste. Alright, experiment, or we'll call it X1. Can I not XK1. So Jeb is gonna get this thing up into orbit. Or not orbit, but, you know, something. Something approximating an orbit. Do the... Nope, we want the swivel here. Oh, okay, yep, that sounds about right. And what is the one I need to do? It's the Mark II radial mount parachute. That's this guy here. Better do 2. Put an extra one on just to be safe. Get the monopropellant out. Okay, so we need to get to 4,000 meters going 130 to 270. Yeah, she's on the Discord. Don't give her any ideas. I don't want to watch any more bad movies. But I guess you should probably know about Red Letter Media, so maybe check that out. Ooh, look at this new launch pad. When did we have this before? I didn't even notice. I guess I did buy it before we sent that trip to the Mun. Okay, so we want to get going. Let's get the parameters out here. That's too fast. Okay, that's better. Just take it nice and easy up to our cruising altitude. We'll fly around a little bit. And then we will watch stuff together. Oh no. Well, you know, as long as I don't have to hear it, that's fine. I like talking about bad movies, but I don't like watching them. It's kind of my thing. Okay, we're going a little bit to... Oh no, we're going good. We're going the right speed. There we go, alright. Contract complete. So let's take this thing home, huh? Yeah, watch them with Kat. He likes watching movies. So, okay, so how about, let's talk about some good movies. Does anybody know any good movies? What was the last good movie I saw? Shang-Chi was good, Dune was good. Oh, we're coming in a little nosy there. Maybe put a little spin on it. Parachutes away. These things should be deploying any minute now. Any minute now. Ooh, that's a lot of G's. Valentina can handle it. What do people normally talk about on Twitch streams? I should probably figure that out. How far back you want to go for good movies? Let's see. Let's go all the way back to the first movie ever made. No, that's too far. Oh, we could talk about... Okay, I know Emmykins wants to talk about these. The Universal horror movies. Like Dracula, and The Wolfman, and Frankenstein, and her favorite. I talk about whatever on my stream. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing now. Because honestly, Kerbals is, you know, whatever. Like, unless I'm doing something really interesting, it's mostly just me flying around and doing rocket stuff. Which is cool in its own right, you know. Alright, we landed. Oh, don't. Oh, okay. Tipped over a little bit there. You're good, Valentina. We'll send out the crews to come get you. The original monster movies were pretty groundbreaking. I will not disagree with that. I think that's very true. Let's see. Anything I can do here? Temperature surveys of the Mun. Yeah, that's not happening anytime soon. Radial decoupler. Decoupler in flight. I don't think we need to do any of those. Let's just bring Jeb home. The Mummy's great. I actually enjoy The Mummy. No, the 1930s ones. Like the black and white one. With Boris Karloff. Who she will talk your ear off about at length if you let her. I liked the ones with Brendan Fraser. I thought they were fun, pulpy action movies. And I think Brendan Fraser's great. He was in Encino Man, and that's a great movie. And Pauly Shore is horribly underrated as an actor. He's a comedic genius. More people should know about Pauly Shore's lesser works, like In the Army Now, and Biodome, and Son-in-Law. I've seen a German movie called M. I have not, which is interesting, because I haven't seen any German movies. Okay. Coming in. Jeb's ready to come on back and load up on more snacks. So we'll let him do that. Not a Pauly Shore fan, huh? That's alright. He's not for everybody. Wait, you watched M? Okay. Ooh, Gaslight? What is Gaslight? I'm not gaslighting you, I swear. Okay, come on, Jeb. Let's land this thing. And by land, I mean, you know, jettison the bulk of it and just land the parachute part. Okay, and pop. And here we go. Gaslight is a thriller that gave rise to the term gaslighting. Oh, really? Okay, so it's an older movie. Presumably. Cool. What about Parasite? I know you like to talk about Parasite. All I know is from that guy's unhinged YouTube rant is that the Joker should have won Best Picture because Parasite won Best Foreign Film, and none of the other movies had a chance to win any other awards. So there's a secret room? Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. I'd never heard of the origin of that term. You learn something new every day. Parasite is also a thriller, I think, or like a mystery. Oh, the Joker. Okay. Okay, come on, Jeb. That's enough. That's enough arrow braking. You can bring it in now. I think we're over the Badlands. That's kind of a rare biome. If we can maybe land there, we'll get some extra science. Hitchcock did amazing films. Yes, he did. What was the... Didn't he do the film adaptation of Rebecca? did burn through all the ablator. Alright, good deal. Emmykins really liked the shot-for-shot remake of Psycho. That's one of her favorites. Contact. I read the book. I didn't see the movie, though. Oh, I don't think I asked anything. I just said that Emmykins really liked the shot-for-shot remake of Psycho as a joke because she doesn't like it. But I did watch, like, I don't know if you heard, but I've read the book Contact, but I have not seen the movie. So, there you go. That's all I have to contribute to that conversation. Oh no. Yeah, Emmykins needs more friends. She doesn't get out of the house very much. So, if you have a friend group that loves movies, there you go. Make a new Discord or something. Alright, we're coming in over the Badlands, hopefully. That's something I haven't done in a while. I read a book. I don't even remember the last book I read. Oh, Fall of Hyperion, maybe, by Dan Simmons? I think that was the last book I read all the way through. Ooh, there's some baobab trees out there. See if we can get a close-up look of it. Not quite. There it is. Look at that cool tree. Alright, let's come back over here. Yeah, it was written by Carl Sagan, and then they made the movie based on it. Yeah. Discord, I mean, it's free, I think, so it doesn't hurt anything to make a Discord. Alright, we have landed. Touchdown successful. Way to go, Jeb. You are the first Kerbin to ever, or Kerbal to do anything cool. Alright, take the data. Take the data. Take the data. EVA report? Oh, this is Highlands. Dang. We've already been here. Okay. And recover. And we are back? Question mark? There we go. Okay, so we're up to 83 science. So we can unlock one more. Oh, we can definitely do that one because we're going back there right away. So the question is, do we spend money? I kind of want to. Yeah. We better go for the conics. It'll make my life much easier. Do we need heavier rockets? Oh, we can't afford these. General construction, I don't think we need anything from. Air aviation, we don't need anything from for sure. We don't need anything there. We could probably bring the Science Junior along. Just for a little bit of extra science. Although... we're also going to want the experiment storage unit. How do we want to handle this? Usually I would hop out and grab it. But I could also do this. What do I need to jump out? Need another 150,000. So I guess we'll just ignore the Science Junior for now. So we could probably take the Excelsior 2 out. We'll let Val go. Okay, so we will launch. Speaking of Invisible Man, did you see the new Invisible Man with like the tech bro Invisible Man with the cool suit? Which I guess is what they've decided to do instead of the terrible dark universe thing that they did with The Mummy with Tom Cruise. Let's make sure these are in the correct spots again. Probably fix that. Alright, off we go, Val. Oh, right. I guess I need to put the thrust up. Okay, so you did not see the new Invisible Man movie. I think it was like an actual like horror movie, like a horror thriller type movie, as opposed to the old one, which is kind of like just a weird science fiction movie. Oh, okay. It's not about a literal Invisible Man. Well, that's no fun. Emmy Kids has seen the Invisible Man. If you're gonna name your book The Invisible Man, I better see an invisible. Well, not literally see, but you know, there should be an Invisible Man. It's so good though. You might be able to convince Emmykins to read it. I don't have a lot of time for books. Unless it's for Dungeons and Dragons. So what, he doesn't have a Facebook account? Nobody knows he exists? Into space today. You have seen the new Invisible Man. Alright. The Universal and Invisible Man were based on H.G. Wells' Invisible Man. Because he was like crazy in the original book? Or like jealous or something? I saw Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon. That's a movie. It wasn't very good. All right. I guess we can wait a little bit while we wait for us to get out of the atmosphere. And we're talking about books, we're talking about movies. This is good. This is cool. It's a lot more exciting than my streams usually are, actually. Kevin's ability to make fun of himself, such as... not aware. It's not around the time of the Civil Rights Movement. Oh, okay, I see. I think the problem with books is there's so many good books. You could never possibly read them all. But that's probably the same with anything, you know, like movies and video games. There's so many good ones. Like, it's impossible to read them all. Alright, take us home, Jeb. Oh, this is Val. Never mind. Val, you're doing great. Hollow Man wasn't great. Oh, that's true. The special effects were pretty cool. His Twitter profile used to be Roger. Oh, that's great. That is wonderful. Now, speaking of Kevin Bacon, did anybody see the new Footloose movie? Because we were... Okay, so how did we get here? I was talking about Harry and the Hendersons, the TV show, not the movie. But then somebody mentioned John Lithgow was in the movie, and then we were talking about movies that John Lithgow was in. He was in the original Footloose as the evil dad, which then that degenerated into the new Footloose. So now we're talking about the new Footloose. So let's hear it. I'm just going to say I like the old one better. Yeah, the newer one. It's not like they've... You're not going to go see the new Footloose. You like bad movies, though. John Lithgow's amazing. Yeah, he's pretty good. Alright, so this time we have the patched conic, so we can actually see where the heck we're going. So this will maybe make it a little more efficient to get into orbit and come back without causing any problems. So just make sure we can see the mun. Oop. Not quite yet. The new Candyman. I didn't see it. Is Emmykins talking about the Candyman or Footloose? You saw? Oh, you did end up seeing it? Okay. I haven't seen either Candyman, so I will withhold judgment. The only Candyman movie I need to see is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That movie is great, and Gene Wilder is wonderful. I did see The Bye-Bye Man, which was another great example of a terrible horror movie that takes itself way too seriously. We're getting close. Almost there. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to zoom in on the mun, and we're going to get this just the way I want it. I'm going to get nice and close. Here we go. And that's probably good. Okay. It was decent. I don't know if you saw the original, but it was probably on par with the original. The Bye-Bye Man. Yes, the Bye-Bye Man. Or as I like to call him, the Pee Pee Poo Poo Man, because, I don't know, bye-bye, it's just like baby talk, so why not just add some more in there? Plus, you're not supposed to say his name or think it, so if you're too busy thinking about a funnier name, then it's all good. Alright, we're coming in for a little close encounter with the mun. We're going to get in there nice and close. We're going to orbit the mun and return to Kerbal from the orbit of the mun. Close it in here. Look at all this extra Delta V we have, holy cow. We could probably land if we wanted to. And if we had some landing legs, I might actually do that. Although, I'm trying to think what the Delta V requirement is to land. It's not super high, but I would definitely be concerned trying to land. So we'll just speed it up a little bit. I'm sure Emmykins is furiously typing a reply. Or she's somewhere else. So, how about space movies? I guess we're playing Kerbal Space Program. We should talk about some space movies. We talked about Contact. There's a hive of Candymen. What the heck? Man, that's just weird. Other space movies. I mean, Dune, I guess, is kind of a space movie. But, I like Interstellar, which I haven't seen. The one with, crap. What's her name? The one where she's, like, in space, but then, like, there's an asteroid, and then she, like, has to escape. Okay, what are some old ones you've seen? Maybe that's a better topic. Is Planet of the Apes considered a space movie? The one with Mark Wahlberg. I mean, he's an astronaut. I feel like it's tough to make a good space movie. Like, it's Alien's a good space movie. Because, I don't know, people don't really understand how space works. So it just ends up being like a submarine movie, which is probably pretty accurate, to be honest. There was different black men from the area that were brutally killed unfairly and are included in the Candyman legend. Oh, okay. That seems like a lot of world building for a Candyman movie. Oh no, Twitch crashed on you. Like, the app or the website? Well, we were just talking about space movies you might have seen. And I was wondering if the Planet of the Apes movie with Mark Wahlberg counted as a space movie. Interstellar is the Matthew Yeah, I know Interstellar. I know that movie. Oh, I'm thinking of Sandra Bullock, the one where she's in, like, the space station. Yeah, I don't know how effective that app is. Gravity, that's the one. Good call, Emmykins. I haven't seen that either, though, so, you know, whatever. Other space movies. What have I even seen? Planet of the Apes. Yes. Not the classic. Not the Rise of the Planet of the Apes. The one with Mark Wahlberg. That one. That exists for some reason. Why did it make you mad? Because it was terrible? Or because it was so good, you were just so mad that they had made such an excellent movie? Oh, okay. The first one. Yeah, that makes more sense. I remember seeing it and being very confused. And then at the ending, it was like supposed to be a reveal. I'm like, oh, it's like the old movies, kind of. Except he like went through a time portal or something. I don't know. I didn't get it. The movie doesn't really make a lot of sense. You were stoked, and then it was just, alright. Other space movies. There was the one with Chris Pratt, where he, like, makes somebody, like, miss out on their colonists. They were, like, doing a colony ship or something, and he's just like, oh yeah, by the way, I guess our pods must have malfunctioned or something. Alright. No, not Guardians of the Galaxy. Passengers. Guardians of the Galaxy is a space movie too. Kind of. The same way that like Thor is a space movie. Spoiler, the baby from the original Candyman is the main character in the new one. Did he? Yeah, it's called Passenger. It wasn't very good. I think it had the girl from the Hunger Games also. Yeah, I haven't seen Passengers either. I just know that it exists. I think it's got Lawrence Fishburne in it. Speaking of Lawrence Fishburne, they're making a new Matrix movie. He's not in it. Okay, let's head on back now. Oh, I guess we should probably get some scientific data while we're here at some point. Emmykins does love the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, that's true. She likes Groot. Groot is her favorite. Because he's just so, I don't know, great, helpful, self-sacrificing. Alright, let's get some data while we're here. While we're up close and personal with the moon. Okay. You like everybody but Star-Lord and Gamora. Is it really a love story, though? I mean, it's more like he wants to bang her and she's doesn't really care one way or the other. You've not read the comics. I know there's the new game that's supposed to be pretty decent. I think Dingy was playing it on his 12-hour stream today. Alright, now we just head on back. They end up being a couple. Yeah, kind of, but then she dies. Spoiler alert for Avengers Endgame or Infinity War, whichever one. After the Avengers game kind of flopped. I don't know, I wasn't expecting a whole lot from the new one, but the reviews sound good, so maybe I'll check it out sometime. I know there was also the like the Telltale games before that whole studio went belly up, which were supposed to be pretty fun. Alright, we're coming in. One day of travel time. So let's go, Val. Coming in nice and fast. Alright, let's get in there, check on Val. She's doing alright. We still have a ton of fuel, holy cow. Yeah, I'm way over engineering these just to be safe. Oh no, okay. Wait. Okay, yeah, Magic the Gathering, cool. Arena or in paper? Alright. Sadly, she is gone. So no more talking about movies and fun things. Now we have to talk about things I like. Like video games. Alright. She's lurking. So, what are some things I like? I like video games. She's playing paper, she says. So, for those of you who don't know, I do play Magic. I play on Arena because it's free. I consider myself, you know, pretty decent. But, yeah. Magic's fun. Okay, now we'll put the butt down. Whoa. You overshot it there a little bit, Valentina. Okay, down we go. Alright, we're approaching the 2-hour mark here, everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying the Kerbal visuals while we have exciting conversations about non-Kerbal related things. What other exciting news came out? Travis Scott killed a bunch of people, I guess. I heard about that. What else? Is anything good happening in the world? Does anybody know about anything good to talk about? Like, not horribly sad and depressing. Valentina does look happy, yes. She takes her job as an astronaut very seriously, as opposed to Jeb, who just goofs around all the time. Coming in hot, but not too hot, because we have the heat shield on. Looks like we're coming in over the desert, though, so that'll get us some good science. I did grab goo samples, right? I probably grabbed 2 goo samples. So I can probably clear one of those and grab the desert science. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Coming in, we'll just let it bleed off. Ooh, is that one of the spaceports? I think that might be one of the spaceports. It is. Look at that. It's the space runway. Or not the space, the desert runway. I've never actually really explored those areas. But it's cool that I can see it from way up here. Alright, we'll pop the parachute. Did we remember to grab... Okay, we did grab all the science from near the moon. I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago. Holy cow. That's what I get for playing video games my whole life. Bad short-term memory. So, Emmykins, what do you want to talk about? You're running the show now. What does the little crown mean? I can't want to actually tell me on my phone. I'm not going to time you out. The sword means moderator, I know that. Does the crown mean VIP? Is that a thing that I can have? I don't know anything about Twitch, I'm going to be honest. I know how to push the go live button. Alright, come on parachute, deploy. I'm ready to land. Alright, there we go. So let it deploy. Then we will. My favorite Harry Potter book / movie. Oh, they're all so... I don't know. Acceptable. I'm finding it hard to think of a scene that I find particularly engaging. Maybe the first one, because I read it when I was like 10, so it's a little more, has a little more impact on me at the time. And I remember I was at a bookshop and I was picking out books, and it was like, do I want Harry Potter or do I want Holes? And I ended up picking Harry Potter. And then I eventually went back and read Holes, but I don't know. That day changed my life forever or something. Probably not. But I did end up reading all the books except the last one, because at that point I was kind of fed up with them. Like, they just kept getting bleaker and bleaker. Can't ask me about Halloween season movies for 10 months. I mean, you're the only one here, so you're welcome to ask about Halloween movies. I can't guarantee that I have an answer for you, though, because I don't watch a lot of Halloween movies. You know that. Alright, let's recover and get all this sweet, sweet science and money. I feel like I've talked a lot more this stream than I usually do, so my throat's kind of starting to hurt. I like it. Okay, so what do we end up getting? We got funds, we got a bunch of science. So now we want to rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbal. That we can do. So we'll have to send up 2 smaller ships. So I guess we'll be doing that. Because we just finished the Explore the Mun. We just finished this one. Okay, so what kind of science can we get? Drinks. I've been drinking water this whole time. What do we want to research? Space exploration gives us the EVA repair kit, which I don't really need yet. The Probodobodine experiment control station, the cargo storage unit. Not really anything we need. Miniaturization gives us the EVA experiments kit, but we can't even go EVA yet. I think I guess we don't really need anything right now, so why don't we just do those rendezvous missions? We'll send Jeb and Valentina up in some Excelsior 1s, and they should be able to rendezvous that way. So let's actually go back and tweak the Excelsior a little bit, make it a little more efficient. So probably 1 big tank, a Terrier, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 the big guys, and that should get us there. Swivel. Alright, so this. So we can probably ditch the science equipment now. Just adds weight. And we've done all the science I think we can do with the Excelsior 1, so this will just be like a test rocket that we can use. Yeah, that should be plenty. Because the first stage will get us really close, and then the second will get us up into orbit. And what was it with the vacuum? Yeah, 5,000. Yeah, those Terriers they're small, but they're strong. Okay, so we'll send up Jeb first, and then we'll send Valentina up, and then we'll just rendezvous. Oh, I didn't check the staging. I'll do that before we launch. Very important. Always double check your staging. Okay. I do like to fire off the rocket at the same time I decouple. Keeps things a little smoother. So let's send Jeb up top here. Send Valentina up right behind him. We'll let him loop around the planet once to minimize the amount of maneuvering we need to do. That is the mic sound. I'm considering getting an actual mic, like I've been looking into it, but then people said it sounds fine on the headset, but you know, I want this to be at least appear professional. I don't just want to be using a headset mic for my whole life. Normal streamers don't use headset mics. They use those fancy ones with the pop filters and everything. Gotta keep those plosives from getting you. So we're just gonna cruise up here, flip on over horizontal. Based on the maneuver mode, not node. You're not a professional. Okay, thanks, Emmykins. I'm glad it sounds good. We'll see how it comes out in the video when I pull this off Twitch. Slap it on the YouTubes. I want to start archiving these. So this should, if everything goes to plan, this should be the first one to show up on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks again for watching me play Kerbal Space Program and talk about terrible and good movies. I'll let you decide which movies are which. So we're heading up. Oh, okay. We ran out of juice in this one. So let's continue with the second. I love the really tiny, like, second stages that are just the little bullets shooting off the top of the rocket there. Yeah, we have a really shallow angle of approach here. Like, we got quite a bit of speed going. So we'll go up to about 80. That'll give us a little bit of room to play with the maneuvering. And we should have, yeah, we have plenty of juice left. Alright. So we'll cut it off there. We'll get a little closer, and then we'll round out the orbit, and then let Jeb circle around to the desert side, and then we'll send Valentina up to rendezvous. So this is something a lot of newer Kerbal Space Program players struggle with, is getting vehicles to rendezvous in orbit. It's a little bit counterintuitive. Oh, Emmykins has something to say. Also, I didn't mention this during our Lost Boys / vampire discussion, but I enjoyed The Scholar Who Walks the Night, which is a K-drama. So, those of you who have been enjoying Squid Games, check out some other great K-dramas like The Scholar Who Walks the Night, which is about a vampire. Anyway, like I was saying, orbital mechanics is a little counterintuitive. So when people first try to rendezvous, and I think the tutorial kind of covers this, but you know, nobody plays tutorials. If your target is ahead of you, you want to burn retrograde to speed up. Retrograde meaning you point your engine opposite the direction you're going to slow down. But then the gravity makes you speed up because it makes your orbit closer to the surface of the planet. So it's like taking the inside lane in a race, in like a race car race. So you go faster than the guy on the outside, so you catch up to them. And then of course, you're, hundreds of meters away, thousands of meters in some cases. Probably most cases, actually. So then you got to figure out, well, okay, how do I actually get to my target then? And that's where intersection mode comes up. We'll discuss that once I get Valentina up here, because it's actually super easy if you understand all the little bits and bobs on the maneuver wheel, or maneuver, whatever this thing's called. I actually have no idea what this is called. How embarrassing. Emmykins is putting out an open invitation for anyone, whether you're on Twitch or on YouTube. You can ask for some K-drama recommendations. I don't have any, so yeah, go ahead and ask her. Hit her up on Discord or DM her on Twitch. Whatever your preferred method of communication is. Alright, so Jeb is up here. He's not going anywhere. Let's go check in on Val, who needs to launch yet. Emmykins is Emmykins22 on everything, from Instagram to Vote. She's not on Vote. I don't think Vote even exists anymore. Alright. Nothing new, so we'll just let Jeb do his thing up there. So we'll let him get to about here, and then we'll launch Valentina, and then they should have a pretty quick rendezvous. That's another thing you can do, especially if you're launching from a fixed point, which you always are, is it's a lot easier to get close early than to like just come up here and then try to get a rendezvous. Like plan out where you're going to have your rendezvous beforehand. Make your life a lot easier. So we'll let Jeb get to right about there. And then we'll send Val up in the same dealio here. And actually, while we're here, I'm going to fix the staging on the Excelsiors. So that goes there. We're going to load the Excelsior 2. And we're going to do the same thing here. There we go. Okay, back to the Excelsior 1. We'll load up Val. She's ready to go. Since you're apparently not into K-dramas, what about K-pop? Well, as you know, I am a huge Twice stan. Although I can't name any of the members of the group. But I can name all the BTS members, but don't ask me to do it on stream. I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of K-pop, like, independently of whatever's on. If it's on, I guess I'm kind of forced to listen to it, but I don't seek it out generally. Twice stands are called ones. Are they called onces? Like, plural? So I would be a once? That's way too close to nonce to be an acceptable name for a fan group. So I'll maybe stay away from that. Can I say that BTS was like way cooler before they started doing English stuff? Now I don't like them anymore. I really like old BTS stuff, like back when they were like bad boys. Now they like are too clean. Oh, look at that. We've lost the one viewer that I had. Way to go. Like, I need you. I don't know the names of their songs. I know Dynamite, Butter, and Permission to Dance. That's all I know from BTS. As much as you're going to get out of me. Idol? Oh, right. There's the one song called Idol. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, I couldn't remember it. You had to tell me. That doesn't really count. Alright, so we're approaching space. So we're going to level out a little bit here, and we're going to get right up on Jeb's tail here. So we're just going to do that. So we're going to be a little bit behind him. I believe. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit behind him. So we're going to want to do something like that. Oh, we don't want target mode on yet. I'm not quite there yet. So as you can see right now, we're actually going to have a pretty close intersection with Jeb. So it'll be about 5K maybe. I'm going to need a new moderator. Yeah, probably, if I keep talking about BTS. This is why I don't talk about K-pop stuff on the channel. Because I am not into music in general, actually. Alright, so let's try to burn towards the target. Okay, that's probably not what I want to do right now. So you can kind of corral the little maneuver balls here by... So the retrograde one, you'll push it away from the direction you're at, and you want to get it to line up with this pink one here. And then once you do that, this is terrible tutorial. Don't follow my stuff. Go watch Scott Manley. Just know that it's not as complicated as you might be making it out to be if you're a newbie. It just mostly involves putting the things so they're on top of the other thing. Like this. You can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now we're relatively close, so we can start. So we're about, okay, we're like 13 kilometers away, but that's besides the point. We're gonna start burning towards Jeb here, and eventually our intersection will be relatively close. So the prograde marker is pulled in the direction that you're burning, like that. So I was burning this way. It was pulling the prograde marker onto your target is this way marker. Yes, Emmykins, I did say you get to pick what we talk about. I didn't say I was going to be good at talking about it. There's a difference. So you can see at our second intersect here, if I can get this other crap out of the way, we're going to be 1.8 kilometers, which is in space. That's pretty darn close. So we're just going to go ahead and keep tweaking this until, okay, now we're getting farther away. Oh, yep. Okay, come on. Okay. So suck it up and tell me your favorite K-pop song. Okay. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, so I really like that IU song that I don't ever remember the name of. So probably that one. You and I. Yeah, that's the one. Oop, okay, don't want that either. Yep, orbital mechanics are hard. So we'll just wait until we get to this intersect and then see where we're at. We're here. We're still behind a little bit. That's my favorite K-pop song. My favorite K-pop group is Twice. But again, I don't know any of their names. And I can name like 2 of their songs. Oh wait. There's the one with the alien. There's the alcohol free. There is What is Love? Not to be confused with the Hadaway song of the same name. Signal is the alien one. Okay. There you go. Those are all the songs that I know. I'm sure you could play another song for me and not tell me who it was and be like, oh, who is this? And you'd say Twice and be like, oh, really? Okay, cool. You could also play a song by someone else and be like, oh, this is Twice. And I'd say, oh, yeah, that sounds like them. So that shows you how strong of a affinity I have for these things. Alright, so we're going to pull the prograde marker onto the pink. My target is this way marker. That is how we close in here. So, how much longer do we have to do this? Great question. Until we're close enough that the game says we're close enough. Alright, so now we can probably flip around to the other side and get ready to slow down. And we're running low on battery, so we should probably not be doing too much more maneuvering. Eventually you'll have monopropellant, and that makes this a lot easier. Well, monopropellant's more for docking, I guess, but it can also be useful for really teeny tiny maneuvers, especially like, you know, lateral movements that you don't necessarily want to use your main thruster for. So we're about a minute out. So, now that we should be approaching our target, I generally like to, once I get within about 1.5 kilometers, I start slowing down. Members, Naeon, Jungyeon, Momo, Sana, Jihyo, Mina, Dahyun, Chaeyoung, and Tsuyu. Okay, I'm gonna forget all those. But thanks for typing them out. It's very helpful. Or copy pasting from Wikipedia, whichever. Okay. Wait, aren't the Chozu the, oh wait, no, you didn't say Chozu. I was gonna say that's the aliens from Metroid, but that's not that's none of their names. Alright, so now we want to slow down, and it's, probably slowed down a little too fast there, but you don't want to be going too fast when you're closing in because, oh, okay, we're done. We've rendezvoused, so that didn't really require very much effort. You typed them out, wow, that's impressive. You should have typed them out in Korean characters. It would have been even more impressive. Maybe next time. How's your Korean lessons coming along, by the way? I know you spent a lot of money on that. Unset target. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and send Valentina home first. And then we'll send Jeb home. Alright, so what is the time on this? And it'll be a second. So here we go. 4, 3, 2, okay. And get ready to disconnect here. I haven't said anything about Red Velvet. Yes, I know, Red Velvet is great. I like their new song. It's really good. It's better than Blackpink's new song or whatever. I don't think they have a new song. They haven't released anything in like a year. Hang on, what other notes did you write for me here? Oh, and also Emmykins is the best moderator in the whole world. And Red Velvet is better than Blackpink. Bite me. You can't say that. I can't say what? No one's here. No one cares if I say Blackpink sucks. Although I did really like that ice cream song with Selena Gomez, so, you know, that shows what my taste is. It's just so bad it's good. So you like movies that are so bad they're good? I like songs that are so bad they're good. That's my thing. So the stream manager says there's 3 viewers. One of them is you. One of them is Pangolin. No one else is in here that I recognize. So nobody cares if I say that Blackpink is not a very good K-pop group. So I'm not worried about it. If I was bigger, maybe the Blinks would come get me. But I'm not too worried about it yet. We'll see how this does on YouTube. Maybe there's like an algorithm that they can track down anyone that ever says Blackpink and then review that and then, you know, report me or whatever. But I'm not worried about it right now. And besides, if Blinks want to hate watch me, that's all the better. I will accept hate watching. I enjoy it as if it's your last. Is that a Blackpink song? It is. Okay, cool. Oh, this takes forever. Alright, there's the flames. So here we come. Valentina gets to go home first, and then Jeb, and then we'll see what our next mission is. I'm sure it's going to be a crew transfer. Which, hopefully, if we can get some rescue stranded Kerbal missions, we can pick up some new astronauts. Maybe a couple new pilots. Scientists would be good. Engineers are okay, I guess. I don't really use them for anything. hitting? Oh, we're hitting the one on the island. Nye Island, that's the one. What about you, Emmykins? What K-pop groups do you like? Since I know you want to talk about them. It's the resident Koreaboo. I got you. Okay. Hit us up with the sauce. Emmykins can tell you every good K-pop group, every good K-drama, and the best Korean food. And then I'll just say, I like Mr. Simple because it's funny, and she'll get mad at me. You know, speaking of something completely unrelated to Korea at all, I think, I was watching a retrospective of Victorious today. It's like 5 hours long. I got through like the first hour and a half. It's kind of crazy how much of Victorious I remember, like, from just listening to it, not actually watching it. But I recognized like every first season episode that was discussed, which was pretty cool. Yes, Emmykin says she loves Victorious. You might want to watch the retrospective then. Apparently the puppet is supposed to have like a black voice. And in the pilot, he had darker skin. What say you about that? I find that totally fascinating. Although it does explain a lot about the character. Also, did you know that if the Tori's name is in the word victorious? Oh, you did know that. Okay. Well, there you go. That's the most Victorious trivia I could possibly give you. Alright, we'll speed it up here. You guys don't want to watch Valentina just float down on a parachute, right? Who is the best main character in Victorious? Of the 9 main characters. You liked Beck. Okay. Beck's probably a good choice. What about the guy that plays piano? I already forgot his name, even though I just watched this like earlier today. Andre. Yeah, that's his name. Alright, now we need to transfer crew. Okay, so this one's a little tougher because we need extra. Although I guess they could just swap ships. Okay, we'll leave Jeb up there and we'll just send Valentina back up and have them swap ships, and then Jeb can come home in Valentina's ship. So let's loop that run around again. Would you agree that the guys of the group have like half a personality split between them? Lucky Jeb, he just gets to chill in space for like a couple of days. What a sweet gig. He's got snacks and board games up there. He's living the life. No? Okay. You felt like they had, like, characterization and stuff? Okay. Explain. Just as much as any other show? What about Zoe 101? We can talk about Zoe 101. That'll be fun. That was also on Nickelodeon. That was the one with Britney Spears' younger sister, remember? Need to rewatch. Would you actually rewatch Zoe 101? Can you even get it anywhere? Is it on Paramount Plus? That just sounds kind of sad, actually. That'd be like watching one of those, or rewatching one of those, like, other crappy shows from the 2000s. It's on Paramount Plus. Oh, God. I would maybe watch, like, the first episode and then not ever watch anything else associated with it again. I know you only got the Paramount Plus subscription for As Told by Ginger, so you don't have to watch anything else on there. It's fine. Let's get Valentina back into space. You were one of 10 people that actually liked Victorious. That's what the consensus seemed to be, that like more people liked iCarly for some reason, which I just find annoying. Like, that show doesn't seem very good. I'd rather watch like Drake and Josh or honestly like Kenan and Kel, like the real old shows. Those were funny. Maybe not the Amanda Show though, just because it's kind of sad. Like, I wouldn't want to watch that. I kind of biffed this launch, didn't I? We should maybe still be able to get into orbit. Yeah, we should be okay. Do they have all that on there? I would maybe watch old All That episodes, but I feel like that was one of those shows that just like weekly has like hundreds of episodes. Alright, so we just got to get up to our 70K or 80 kilometer apoapsis here. Shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Go horizontal now. And anything else is just gravy. So let's set our target as Jeb. Oh, look at that. I couldn't ask for a better intersection if I tried. Alright, Emmykins is checking. She's looking for old episodes of All That and Kenan and Kel on Paramount Plus right as we speak. Everybody get your credit cards ready, because you too can subscribe to Paramount Plus and watch all these great shows for the low price of, I don't know, was it like $10 a month? $5 a month? Something like that. All That, yes! Finally! I can't wait to watch all my favorite special musical guests that I never knew as a kid. Like, oh, the music part's on, I guess I'll go watch something else. Old and new. Oh, that's right, they made the new show. Oh, that's exciting. I'm guessing all that probably doesn't hold up, to be honest. Like, it's just a lesser kid version of SNL, so how much can you really expect from it? Alright, so we're just gonna put the maneuver node there. And then once we get a little bit closer, although actually, hang on, we should probably increase just to get a little bit closer. That is unfortunately gonna increase. Oh no, that's decreasing the separation. Oh, that's nice. That's beautiful. That's what I like to see. So this is the benefit of launching at the proper time. You can really, really sync up your intersect and not have to worry about doing too much maneuvering. Keenan and Kel's on there too. Oh yeah. What about the Amanda show? This is great. It's like, oh yes. This is like having my own personal assistant. I'm never gonna watch any of these shows because I'm way too busy. Too busy streaming and working and not watching TV. Alright, so now we're gonna switch to target mode. And we are gonna do the thing. So here we go. Okay, come on. So we'll probably get these two home and then we'll probably call it for the night. That should probably take up the rest of the stream. But thanks everybody for coming out. Let's get that out of the way now. This was a blast. It was nice actually being able to talk about something instead of just talking to myself for 3 hours. And hope to see you guys on YouTube. I gotta get the links updated. Clear out my old videos that nobody cares about. Maybe I should make a new channel, but I'll worry about that later. I have one video on my current channel that is not great, so I'll just unlist it. It's an old Minecraft mod tutorial. But you know, start getting the streams uploaded. In case you miss them, you want to watch them again. They get, you know, Twitch only keeps them up for however many days. Alright, we're closing in on our good friend Jeb here. Make sure we don't smush into each other too hard. Alright. Oh, what was that? Hey, I'm in timeout 505. Thanks for the follow. Was not expecting someone to actually follow me. Are you enjoying the Kerbals? If you're out there in chat. Fine then, keep your secrets. But I appreciate the follow. Alright, we're closing in here. Probably could have held off on that. So we're gonna get nice and close. We're gonna swap the crews. We're gonna send Valentina or Jeb home, whichever one. I don't know yet. I hear you don't like Blackpink. That is correct. I don't really have an opinion on Blackpink one way or the other. Oh no. The blinks are here. Oh. What have I done? I've unleashed a monster. Emmykins, who did you dig up that likes Blackpink that would come onto the stream just to accuse me of not liking Blackpink? This better not be some kind of alt account. Oh, I burned too much. I have to wait. They'll probably close enough, I could just spacewalk over there. Oh wait, I can't go EVA yet. Shoot. Alright. Yeah. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by. Totally not an alt account, honest. Okay, well, whatever. Your follow is greatly appreciated regardless of who you are. But if you're actually a Blink, you better tell me who your... Are they called... Is it called biases? You have a Blackpink bias? Or is that only for BTS? You're kidding? Okay. Yes, bias. Okay, good deal. Slow it on down here. And then we need to actually go back to the Space Center. These two are out there ready to go for a spacewalk. And Mission Control is like, no, we haven't upgraded the Astronaut Center yet. You can't do EVA stuff yet. Okay. We've upgraded it. Now you guys can. The only correct answer is Jisoo. Okay. Been watching your stream and thought it would be funny to mention. Ah, okay. Well, thanks for watching. Emmykins has warned me that I'm not supposed to talk about Blackpink because, you know, the Blinks will come out. I don't believe it. We have very similar playstyles. Oh, really? Do you play modless and hardcore mode? I have honestly never modded KSP. I see all these videos and pictures and people are like, I've got, you know, 25 mods, or I've got like 100 mods to make it look good. I'm like, KSP looks good on its own, man. You don't have to mess with a good thing, you know? Although I am very excited for KSP 2, so you play with limited mods? Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I'm a weird person who doesn't, in most games that I play, use mods, unless it's like a total overhaul that just completely changes the game. Alright, so switch back to orbit mode. Jeb, you've been up here long enough, let's get you back down. Eve, Redux, and Scatterer. Scatterer is the one that just adds like trees and stuff, right? Or is that the one that adds like clouds? I think I'm mixing up Scatter and Scatterer. That should be good. And transfer window planner, huh? Isn't that built into KSP now? I guess it's probably kind of rudimentary compared to the mod, but to be honest, when I have transfer windows, I just write them down on a piece of paper. Okay, so Scatter is the like the high fidelity light stuff. And Eve is the one that adds clouds. Okay, so you just add that stuff. Yeah, that's probably fine. But yeah, for transfer windows, I literally just look up the pork chop plots and then write down when my next transfer window is. It's very old school gaming, I guess. Taking notes and stuff. But generally I don't get to the point where I can actually take advantage of transfer windows. Alright, let's go ahead and split this off. Most of the... Oh, you do? Yeah, that's kind of what I do too. Like, just bust out an actual protractor and put it on the screen. I haven't done that one, but I have definitely eyeballed it a little bit with Duna. So far, like, this is a new campaign. I don't know if you've been watching from the beginning, but this is a brand new campaign. It's on hard mode, no mods. I have in the past gotten to Duna and back, and I've gotten to Eve and not back for obvious reasons. So my plan this time is I want to get to Duna, I want to get to Eve, and then I want to get to Jewel, because I've never actually been to Jewel. Yeah, Jewel I know is easy. It just I'm not patient enough to actually send out a craft and wait for it. So I usually just go for the easy ones, and I kind of follow the mission control missions. So usually Duna comes up first. So send something to Duna, then Eve comes up, send something to Eve, and then after that I get bored or I run out of money. So the goal of this series, if you can call it that, is to get to Jewel and explore all the moons. Hopefully with something good. Something I can be proud of having sent out into space. Do you do a lot of space station construction? Yeah, the mission control missions. There's such good bang for your buck too. Usually, like just accepting some of them gives you a bunch of extra money. Unfortunately, when you start out, they're kind of garbage. Like, do this to this part. I'm like, for what? Like 5,000? That's not worth it. You have career type space stations, so just a science lab, or the ones that the missions like put 40,000 units of fuel and like 12 Kerbals and make sure it has 2 cupola modules, and there you go. Stick it in space. Yeah, I love to have some both. I usually have like a basic one for refueling around Kerbin, and then I have science ones around Minmus and the Mun. And then occasionally I'll do a surface base on Minmus just because, it's the easiest one to land a big thing on. Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. I skip the silly contracts. Like, I don't know. Anything that involves like more than 10 Kerbals on a space station, I'm like, it's not worth it. I once did a contract to put a space station in solar orbit, which was, I don't remember how many Kerbals it wanted me to put on there, but I'm like, you know what? I got all these extra Kerbals sitting around. Let's send them out into the solar station, and they could just live there forever. Oh, you did? Nice. I don't think I've gotten pretty close to completing the tech tree. I usually just don't go down the middle because I don't do anything with space planes. So that stuff is usually kind of useless. Every time I try to do a space plane, I either over-engineer it or under-engineer it, if that makes any sense. I'm either like, oh, this looks super cool, it looks kind of like a blackbird, this should be able to get me into space, and I throw the rapiers on it, and then it gets like halfway there and then just flames out. Or I make something that just looks like garbage to do, like the basic missions around the Space Center. Like, go here and get this temperature sample. And it's just like a rocket engine strapped to some wings. Yeah, I'm glad other people out there play like me. I'm not Scott Manley. I'm not any of those other guys. I just, I want to play. I want it to be challenging, and I want to make the spaceships look realistic-ish. Obviously, it's Kerbal, so things are gonna go awry. And I don't like. It's not really cheating. Kind of like glitching the parts into each other, the clipping, to like take advantage of that. I don't do any of that stuff. I like to make sure everything has the proper amount of clearance, and I put the nose cones on top of things. So yeah, I'm glad other people appreciate that kind of play style. You won't clip fuel. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, that's clearly like a programming oversight. You can't just clip a bunch of fuel inside of each other and then say, oh, well, this is fine. It's not a hype cube. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you kind of have to. occasionally clip things just to make it look good. But yeah, I won't clip anything that's structurally important. Because otherwise, sometimes things just don't go together right. Like, sometimes things have like a big gap between them. Alright, there we go. That's one down. And we'll speed it up. We'll go grab Valentina, bring her back. I like to play with re-entry heating. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because otherwise, you basically hardly ever need the panels, the heat shields. And then that really makes Eve a treat, though. So, of course, by the time you're going to Eve, you should probably have the real big inflatable ones. So my main thing with hard mode is it's like the only setting, like predefined setting, not custom setting, that turns off quick saves and reloading. So I guess you could call it like hardcore mode, basically, where, you know, if something goes wrong, that's part of the career. The inflatable is a beast with aerodynamics, so you really have to build around it if you're going to use it. So my philosophy is, if it went wrong, it went wrong. I'm not gonna... There's no reloading. Jeb gets blown up. Jeb is dead. We have to move on without him. Hopefully I trained up a good B team of pilots. Usually Jeb survives, though. He's pretty great. Yeah, I guess if there's like a Kraken problem, that's like a separate issue. I actually had some issues with the new missions where you have to like repair a rover. Like I was trying to build it on the Mun, and every time I tried to add a part, it would just like fly into the air and then come crashing back down. I'm like, I'm not gonna do these missions anymore. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you've got multiple missions going on at a time, then you can't realistically reload because other stuff is kind of interdependent on it. So that's another thing I do, is that usually if I have a mission going out to like Minmus, I'll take the time in between to send a mission to the Mun and kind of, you know, or maybe launch a satellite. Just take advantage of all the time I have. Because, yeah, obviously you can just speed through it, but you're missing out on probably some good missions. Oh, yeah. It's kind of a bummer that they're pretty much done updating it as far as I understand. So some of those bugs might just exist forever in the code. Where are we landing anyway? The desert again. I think we might just have to wait for KSP2, the new engine and everything. Which, newsflash, I'm super hyped about because Interstellar. I know that there's a mod for that, but I don't know. I think I'd rather see what the actual dev team has to say about it. Yeah, it does. Every time they release a video, I'm like, ooh, that looks good. New planets, new star system, new parts. Just so much fun. We are still not even in the atmosphere yet. What am I doing? Having too much fun talking about KSP2. Yeah, I watched the interviews with the developers, and I watch all the YouTube commentators talking about what they spotted. So I feel like I'm pretty caught up. Kind of bummed how much it's been delayed, though. Like, I think it was supposed to come out last year. Yeah, exactly. I've been hyped for KSP for over a year now because it was supposed to come out last year. And now it's not coming out until maybe next year. Fingers crossed. But, you know, if they get it right and it looks good and it has multiplayer, man, that'll just be a lot of fun. Right, exactly. For modding new systems, like they can do it in Unity now in the current engine. There's obviously the mod that adds that, but having it as part of the base game really, I don't know, you could do like a whole constellation of stars. They could even do DLC that adds new star systems. I think that'd be great. And I'm like I said, I'm excited about the near future stuff, like the nuclear engines and the. It's not really FTL. It's just like really, really, really fast. So I'm sure the time warp will be super important there. I'm also curious to see how they handle resources. I remember back when the resource, like the mining and stuff, was first being theorized, there were plans to have multiple resources on different planets and in different areas, and you could refine them into different things. And then that kind of just got scrapped for a generic mineral system that can be refined into whatever. And that always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I definitely like the idea of like scooping out Eve's atmosphere to make some kind of combustible gas. Yeah, the new propulsion systems look so cool. The I don't remember, the crystalline hydrogen engine or whatever. Oh boy. Yeah, just talking about KSP2 gets me so hyped. So hopefully they don't delay it any more than they already have, but I guess, we've always got KSP1 to go back to. It's not going anywhere. New processing units to mine it, yes. So, we're almost done for the night. We're just sending Valentina home. We've had some great conversations tonight. We talked about movies, we talked about music, we talked about books for a little bit, I think. So that was a good time. I'm glad you've chosen to spend part of your evening, or whatever time it is where you are, listening to me talk about whatever, and Blake Kerbal Space Program. Yeah, I definitely agree. If they need time and they're legitimately using it to get it polished and they're not rushing to fix something a la Cyberpunk 2077, then yeah, it's definitely worth the wait if that's the case. If there's some kind of chaos behind the scenes that they're covering up and they're pushing back release dates just to try to get something out the door, that sucks, and I'll be real bummed. I mean, what isn't it? Is it Activision that's working on it? Or the other one? Take-Two? Whichever publisher. It can't be Activision, right? Because Activision's the bad one now. Activision Blizzard. So it must be Take-Two. Either way. Take-Two, yeah. So, I mean, they're a big game publisher. I'm sure they've got some issues, but ultimately it comes down to the dev team being competent and passionate about Kerbal Space Program. Like, Take-Two has given them the money and the resources to do it. They just need to wrap it up. Alright, parachute here. Man, look at those mountains over there. Yeah, I'll bet your game looks a lot better than mine with all the clouds and stuff, but I don't know. It's got its own charm. Just clear skies. I love this the shading here that they have. I remember when I was younger and I'd go on a lot more trips and fly in planes. When the sun sets, it actually does have this like brownish tint to the sky when you're up in the air. So it's pretty cool that they got that. Pretty decent. My concern with those visual mods is the extra toll on my system it might have. I'm sure it's not too bad, but with anything like that, like shaders in Minecraft and stuff, I'm always like, you know, is the game still going to function as well? Because it's already kind of hogging all my resources. I don't need to heat more on top of it. Alright, coming in for a landing here. Great work, guys. You managed to rendezvous. Or swap ships, I guess. We already did the rendezvous one earlier. So hopefully now we'll unlock the new... You built it. You built a new PC to play KSP2. Hey, me too. Last year. Alright, recover. So there we go. It's pretty much your dream PC. We'll see how long it lasts. I've built my dream PC like 3 times now. Alright, let's check the missions. Explore the Mun. Alright, so we need to do a spacewalk near the Mun. Still no rescue missions, unfortunately. We could do a thud. That's just free money, basically. But we'll leave that for now. Okay, so... Let's see, make sure I get the right one. And that's some top-notch hardware. That's pretty awesome. So that is the stream for tonight. Thanks everybody for coming out. This, fingers crossed, this will go on YouTube, so I'll be able to update. Yeah, I'm glad you found my stream too. I love talking about KSP. Hopefully the coming soon will be changed to an actual name, although you can find my channel on YouTube. It just doesn't have anything on it. Yeah, I hope you catch me again too. I'll be doing more KSP Wednesday and probably Friday night. So thanks everybody. And I will see you... Oh wait, I guess I gotta raid somebody. Hang on. Alright, you guys don't have to stick around for this, but I feel obligated to raid other people when I actually have viewers, so... Let me find somebody who I know. Oh, Stardew Valley. You guys like Stardew Valley? Creator dashboard. Devil's going live. Well, he's not live yet. You better hurry. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll go raid Devil because Emmykins likes him. He went just in time. So, thanks everybody again. We're raiding now. Here we go. Whee!